Hello everybody, this is Rob. Wanted to shoot a quick video showing the progress. We're actually up and running now. Wanted to go over a kind of high level overview of our components that we put in place here. And we obviously have two solar arrays. Each are 4200 kilowatt Quanta QCells made in Germany. Each panel is 280 watts. And on the back side, all the panels are hooked, 3 panels up in a series and then in parallel, and it comes down to a combiner box. And that combiner box will take the power from each array and send that into our power hub, which little storage shed over there that I've converted over. There's the second one there. Got to do a little wire cleanup, and obviously have some stuff on the ground we need to take care of there. And then the Bergey wind turbine. Max production is 7.5 kilowatts of power. So combined we can do right there in a ballpark of 15 if it's sunny and super windy. We have a ferrogas 1,000-gallon propane tank, which will run the furnace in the house if our wood doesn't keep up with the demand for heat. And the generator is actually run off of propane as well. Hopefully we won't have to run that much, but when and if we do, it'll be available to supplement our power needs in the event that it's not sunny and not windy for quite a while. So we have a 25 kilowatt generator here, and it will auto start from the Radiant Outback GS8048 system that we have. When the AC load demand is above a set point, it'll trigger it to turn on, and then if that demand drops below a set point, it'll turn it off. And or if the battery bank drops below a certain depth of discharge, it will trigger it to turn on and feed all the AC loads that are needing power, and then the rest of the power that's being created will go to charge the battery bank until it's at capacity. Oh, there's our two 5,000-gallon water storage tanks, which we put water from our well, pre-filter it before it goes in there, and then I have a whole filtration system in here that I've put together to provide some iron-free water. Sorry about that phone call there. And starting off with the battery bank, we have Trojan batteries. Each of these batteries is 2 volts. It's the L16RE premium line. They're hooked up in series to create a 48 volt battery bank, 1100 amp hours total. That's at a 20-hour time that's rated at. Top box up here is the VCS10 Bergey charge controller, and that's connected directly to the battery bank. The Radian won't actually talk to it, it's completely independent. So something I'm working on with Outback support to try to get one of the shunts inside of it, the GCS load center down there at the bottom where all the wires are at. I might be able to get it to track the energy production from the wind turbine. So at the top you have the 2 silver boxes that have ribbons coming out. That's each of the 4,000 watt inverters. We have a total of 8,000 watts of AC production, and that goes down into my AC load center, which I'll have 2 breakers in there, one to service the AC load panel here, and the second breaker will go to our home that won't be far from here. And then that gray box there is the 3-phase step-down transformer that takes the power from the wind turbine, knocks it down from 400 to 600 volts down to 48 volts DC. Then it goes to the charge controller and then to the battery banks. And then each of these Outback black boxes are FlexMax 80s. They take the power from each PV array and convert that into 48 volts, or actually a little bit more, to charge each of those charge the battery banks. And then you have the Mate 3, which is your brain or control panel. You can see there we're consuming 1.8 kilowatts. We produced 6.5 kilowatts today in power, and generator hasn't kicked on at all. You just heard the AC kick on just now. You can see it going up there to 2.2 kilowatts. About 400 watts of power that device takes. Anyways, wanted to show everybody what we got going on. We do have internet out here, out in the country. Community internet provider. Have a dish I put up on the wind tower up there. 10/5 internet access. It's not bad. In my mess, that's soon to be cleaned up. And that's my filtration wall I built, and with the help of Pierce Plumbing, helped me come out and kind of lay it out a little bit. But I figured out all the components that are needed. Got a pressure tank there, and then I have a spin down filter down there at the bottom, which will flush out any large contaminants outside in a waste, that red waste line. And then that tall filter is actually a Phylox filter. It takes out all the iron and magnesium out of the water, and sulfur. So well water sometimes has that kind of stuff. Ours actually has quite a bit of iron in there, so that knocks all that out of the water. And then the first filter there is a 10 micron, no, actually that's a 5 micron carbon filter. And then the second one to the right is a 1 micron carbon coconut filter, and that's supposed to take any of the cryptosporin, bacteria, arsenic, that kind of stuff out of the water. And then it goes over to our UV filter. Not really a filter, it's more of a UV bulb, and the water transfers through a clear tube, and it irradiates the water and kills any other bacteria that might be in there. But since it's well water, it's already pretty clean. But because we're going to collect rainwater once the building's done into the black tanks, we wanted to go ahead and include that in there. And I put a meter in to kind of see what our production is, and to give me a frame of reference of when the filters need to be changed out. And then the pressure tank helps sustain the pressure at a constant water pressure, so we don't get any kind of pulsation that the pump would you'd normally see from that. So it's nice and clean, good water flow. We get about 45 to 50 psi, which is a little bit below what you would normally see in a city pressure city system. Normally that's around 65 to 70. I've seen up to 85 psi in some of my customers' houses, but it should be just fine for what we need out here. If you guys have any questions, I've actually decided to start a business called Powerways. With all the knowledge and all the people that I've met in my journey here, and I've actually established vendor accounts with 4 or 5 different corporations that I've bought products from, so I can get an awesome discount off that. Keep in mind, we're getting a 30% tax write-off for all this equipment that we've purchased in our 2016 filing. And if you're a business, you also get to depreciate all of your components over time. Thanks again, and give me a call, or let me know if you're interested in putting up a grid tie, completely off-grid system such as ours, and look forward to speaking with you. Thanks again. This is Rob. Bye.